My father was a simple man. He worked as a high school history teacher for 35 years. He drove a used car. He wore clothes until they had holes. He saved every penny he could. He was not rich, but he was careful. He wanted me to have a better start than he did. My mother died when I was 12. After that, it was just me and my dad. He taught me how to change a tire, how to balance a checkbook, how to cook eggs without burning them. He was not a perfect father. He was strict, quiet, bad at talking about feelings. But he loved me. I never doubted that. When he got sick, I moved back home. I took a leave from my job. I slept on the couch so I could hear him if he needed me at night. I drove him to chemo. I held his hand when he was scared. I told him everything would be okay even when I knew it would not be. My aunt visited twice. Twice in 6 months. She lived 45 minutes away. She had a car. She had free time. She had no excuse, but she came twice. Each time she stayed for an hour. Each time she asked about the will. Each time she left without saying goodbye to me. I did not think much of it at the time. I was too tired, too sad, too focused on keeping my father alive. After he died, I was numb. I went through the motions. The funeral, the condolences, the endless paperwork. I did not think about the will. I assumed everything would go to me. I was his only child, his only family. That is how it works. That is what he had always told me. I was wrong. The lawyer's office was cold. The air conditioning was too high. I sat in a hard wooden chair and watched the lawyer open the envelope. My aunt sat across from me. She wore a new dress, red, bright, like she was going to a party. The lawyer read the will. My father left his house to my aunt, his savings to my aunt, his retirement accounts to my aunt, his car to my aunt. He left me nothing. Not a photograph, not a piece of jewelry, not a dollar. I asked to see the document. The lawyer handed it to me. I read it myself. The signature looked like my father's, but something was wrong. The date. The will was dated 3 weeks before he died. He could barely hold a pen 3 weeks before he died. His hands shook. He could not sign his name on the hospital discharge forms. The nurses had to help him. Bengza. I asked the lawyer if he had witnessed the signing. He said no. Another firm had handled the estate planning. He was just reading the document. My aunt smiled. She said your father changed his mind at the end. He wanted someone who could manage the money properly. Someone responsible. I looked at her. I said my father could barely hold a pen 3 weeks before he died. How did he sign this? Her smile flickered. She said he had good days and bad days. This was a good day. I said I was with him every day. I never saw a lawyer. I never saw any documents. Shend. She said he did not want you to know. He did not want to hurt your feelings. I stood up. I said I will be contesting this will. My aunt laughed. She said, good luck, sweetheart. Your father was of sound mind. The lawyers will confirm it. You are going to spend a lot of money and lose. I walked out of that office without saying goodbye. I went back to my father's house. It was empty now. His clothes were gone. His books were boxed up. His chair sat in the corner of the living room, where he had spent his last months. I sat in that chair and I thought, my father was not stupid. He was a history teacher. He knew about power and corruption and people who take advantage of the vulnerable. He would not have left everything to my aunt without a reason. He would not have cut me out without explaining why. He must have known something was wrong. He must have tried to protect me. I started searching the house, every drawer, every closet, every shelf. I looked under the mattress, behind the bookcase. Inside the pockets of his old coats, I found nothing. I sat on the floor of his bedroom and started to cry. I was tired. I was grieving. I was angry. I wanted my father back. I wanted to ask him what happened. I wanted him to tell me this was all a mistake. Then I remembered something. The safe. My father had a small safe in his closet. He had shown it to me when I was a teenager. He said, this is where I keep important things. Birth certificates, passports, the deed to the house. He said, if anything ever happens to me, you know where to find everything. I had forgotten about the safe. I ran to the closet. The safe was still there. Small, gray, locked. I did not know the combination. My father had never told me. He said I would know it when I needed it. I stared at the numbers. I tried his birthday, nothing. I tried my birthday, nothing. I tried my mother's birthday, nothing. I tried the year my parents got married. Nothing. Mondi, I sat there for an hour trying every combination I could think of. Nothing worked. Then I remembered something else. My father was a history teacher. He loved dates. Important dates. Dates that changed the world. I tried July. I tried December. Nothing. I tried June. Nothing. Then I tried November, the day John F. Kennedy was shot. My father had talked about that day like it was yesterday. He remembered exactly where he was, exactly what he was doing. The safe opened. Inside the safe there was a folder. Thick, old, worn at the edges. I opened it with shaking hands. Inside were documents. Copies of my father's original will. The one he had made 10 years ago. The one that left everything to me. The one that named me as the executor of his estate. There were also letters. Handwritten. In my father's shaky script dated just weeks before he died. I read the first letter. It was addressed to me, dear Julia. If you are reading this, something has gone wrong. Your aunt has been visiting me. She brings lawyers. She brings documents. She wants me to sign a new will. She says she will take care of everything. She says you are too young to manage the money. I besers a barosa notre perdre, a the desper, at besest and gone to trust. I told her no. She kept coming back. I do not trust her. But I am weak. I am tired. I am scared. I cannot fight her the way I want to. So I am writing this letter to you. The will in this safe is the real will, the one I made 10 years ago, the one that leaves everything to you. If my aunt tries to take what is yours, do not let her. Fight back. Use these documents. Hire a lawyer. Do not let her win. I love you. I have always loved you. I am sorry I could not protect you better, Dad. I cried for a long time. Then I dried my eyes. I called a lawyer. Her name was Patricia. She was 60 years old. She had been practicing estate law for 35 years. She had seen everything. Families torn apart by greed. Children betrayed by parents. Siblings who turned into strangers over money. She read my father's original will. She read his letters. She looked at the dates. She looked at the signatures. And she said, this is a strong case. Your father's original will is clear. His letters prove he was being pressured to change it, and the timing of the new will is suspicious. 3 weeks before he died, when he was weak, when he was on heavy medication, I asked if I could win. She said, winning is not guaranteed, but we have a very good chance. The question is whether you are ready for the fight. Your aunt will not give up easily. She will lie. She will manipulate. She will try to make you look greedy and angry and unstable. Then I said, I do not care what she says. I want what my father wanted. He wanted me to have his things. He wanted me to be okay. Patricia nodded. She said, then let us begin. Patricia had an idea. She said, instead of going to court immediately, we should give your aunt enough rope to hang herself. Let her think she has won. Let her get comfortable. Let her make mistakes. I asked what kind of mistakes. Then Patricia said she will try to sell the house. She will try to access the bank accounts. She will try to spend money that is not hers. We will document everything. We will build a case for fraud and undue influence, I agreed. We waited. My aunt put the house on the market. She withdrew money from my father's savings account. She bought a new car. She went on a vacation to Italy. She posted photos on social media, smiling, drinking wine, living large on money that should have been mine. I documented everything. Screenshots, bank records, real estate listings. I built a file of evidence. Patricia also hired a handwriting expert, someone who could analyze my father's signature on the new will. The expert compared the signature to old documents. The conclusion was clear. The signature on the new will was shaky, inconsistent, not a confident signature. It looked like someone had guided my father's hand. We also obtained medical records from the hospital. They showed that my father was on heavy pain medication during the time the new will was signed. Medication that could affect his judgment. Medication that could make him vulnerable to manipulation. We had everything we needed. Ban's Patricia filed a motion to contest the will. She asked the court to invalidate the new will and reinstate the original. She submitted our evidence, the original will, my father's letters, the bank records, the social media posts, the handwriting analysis, the medical records. My aunt did not know what hit her. The court date was scheduled for a cold Monday in March. My aunt showed up with her lawyer. She did not look confident anymore. She looked scared. Her new car was parked outside. Her tan from Italy was fading. The judge was a woman in her 50s. She had kind eyes and a firm voice. She read the documents. She listened to the arguments. My aunt's lawyer argued that my father was of sound mind when he signed the new will, that he had the right to change his mind, that he wanted to leave his things to his sister, not his daughter. Patricia presented our evidence. The original will, my father's letters, the handwriting analysis, the medical records, the bank statements showing my aunt spending money that was not hers, the social media posts showing her vacation to Italy. The judge asked my aunt if she had anything to say. My aunt stood up. She said I loved my brother. He wanted me to have his things. He told me so. The judge asked if there was any witness to this conversation. My aunt said no. It was private. The judge asked if there was any written evidence. My aunt said no. The judge turned to me. She asked if I had anything to say. I stood up. I said my father wrote me a letter. He said he was being pressured. He said he was weak and tired and scared. He said he wanted me to fight back. He said, "Do not let her win." I read the letter aloud. My aunt started crying, real tears this time, not performance tears. The judge ruled in my favor. She invalidated the new will. She reinstated the original will. She ordered my aunt to repay every dollar she had taken from my father's accounts. She ordered her to pay my legal fees. She ordered her to vacate the house within 30 days. Go, my aunt screamed. She called me a monster. She said I was destroying the family. She said my father would be ashamed. I looked at her. I said my father wrote me a letter. He said, "Do not let her win." I did not let her win. I walked out of the courtroom. I did not look back. It has been 2 years since the court case. My aunt does not speak to me. She tells people I stole from her. She tells people I manipulated the court. She tells people I am a terrible person. I do not defend myself anymore. The people who matter know the truth. The people who believe her were never on my side to begin with. I kept the house, my father's house. I live there now. I sit in his chair sometimes. I look at his books. I remember the man who taught me how to change a tire, and balance a checkbook, and cook eggs without burning them. Bennis, I did not want his money. I wanted his things, the things that reminded me of him, his books, his chair, his photographs, his memories. My aunt wanted money. She wanted a new car and a vacation to Italy, and things that would not remind her of anyone. She got nothing. I kept the safe. It is still in my father's closet. I put his letters inside it. The letters he wrote me. The ones where he said he loved me. The ones where he said he was sorry. I read them sometimes. When I miss him. When I need to remember that he was on my side, even when he could not fight. My family tried to steal my inheritance. They thought I was too nice to fight back. They thought I would roll over and accept it. They were wrong. If you are going through something similar, here is my advice. Keep everything. Save the documents. Take the screenshots. Write down the dates. Build your case. The truth has a way of coming out, but you have to help it. Do not let anyone make you feel guilty for protecting what is yours. Do not let anyone tell you that family means accepting theft. Family does not steal from family. Family does not lie to family. Family does not manipulate a dying man to take what belongs to his child. If your family does those things, they are not family. They are just people who share your blood, and you do not owe them anything. My aunt took everything from my father's will. She thought she had won. She did not know about the safe. She did not know about the letters. She did not know that my father had outsmarted her from beyond the grave. She tried to steal my inheritance. I outsmarted her, and I sleep very well at night. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more tales of betrayal. Boundaries and the courage to fight for what is yours. Click the bell for notifications, and remember, you are not cruel for protecting yourself. You are strong.